So we're going to take a little tour of our warehouse. There's been some, we've done our intros in the office. We're just going to give a little tour. We're sitting in about a 9,000 square foot warehouse. It used to be an old furniture barn for probably 20 years. I've been in here for about 7 years in this building, 6 years, 6 to 7 years. I think this June will be 7. We'll give you a little tour of the warehouse. So when we come bringing stuff in, we usually put it on one or two sides. I put all my smalls, boxes, that kind of stuff on this side of the warehouse. If he does a panorama, he can show you. We got a wall full of all kinds of stuff in here. Stuff hanging from the walls that we found over the years. So pretty much everything you see has either come out of an estate or a storage unit or a business. We haven't purchased anything as far as shelving, signs, stuff hanging on the walls. I mean, it's all come from doing this business. So usually it's pretty clean in here. We get stuff in, get it out pretty fast. This kind of lot that we have now, we're going through with the military stuff, is going to be a little bit slower. We're not going to rush a lot like this. But everything you see, we got one of our trucks here. The other side, the guys over here cleaning up furniture, getting furniture ready. That's Sheldon over there on the left, Bob on the right. Bob on the right again. Driver's license says BC. He still looks good for his age though. Hey, comment below if Bob looks good for his age. His birth date actually says his date of birth, BC after it. So comment below if you think Bob looks good for his age. I think Bob looks great for his age. Sheldon, not so much. Sheldon's 75 years old. Picture that. Famous phrase. So that and I quit. So when you guys see Sheldon on video, you can hear a lot of I quit. He quits like every day, at least 10 times a day. If he doesn't say I quit, I know something's wrong with him. So you come back to this room, and we have a hodgepodge of a little bit of everything. You see a lot of clothes back here on the racks. My wife sells on Poshmark. I'm trying to get her on video. If you guys get us to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to shave, and then I'll have an excuse to get her on video. So those of you that want to see how Poshmark works and all that, she sells on Poshmark a lot of clothes. I don't do anything with clothes. She does all clothes on Poshmark. She does a phenomenal job. She's only been doing it for about a year. She's got thousands and thousands and thousands of listings on Poshmark. Does a phenomenal job. We got some stuff in the back. We even got a punch buggy in the back. So if you go to the back, we even got a 1966 punch buggy hanging in the back. Been reprimed, waiting for paint, motor, transmission, that kind of stuff. It's in the back. We got a lot of boxes over here. Like I said, and I think part 1 we do a warehouse sale out of here. So anything that's going to go in a warehouse sale, we put back here, box up. This kind of stuff will go out. We do a warehouse sale about once every 3 months. If you look on the other side of the room, we got our supplies. These are just run-of-the-mill supplies we use. We got some boat parts sitting over here. We bought a big marina out back in December. So if you're into boats and you're having a hard time finding parts, OMC, Johnson, Evinrude, Mercury, Honda, Volvo, Penta, we have thousands of parts online, and we still have thousands of parts to list. A big marina deal out. A gentleman retired after 45 years in the marina business, had a ton of parts. I mean, we have thousands of parts online. They sell like wildfire. We're not a dealer. We don't have to sell them top of the line money. A lot of these parts you can't find anymore. They're discontinued. So if you have a need for boat parts, check our eBay store out. You might be surprised at what you find on there when it comes to boat parts. So those of you that think this business is all great stuff, this is the reality of the business. This is trash going to the landfill. We have to pay for the landfill here. I have 2 dumpsters out front of my warehouse that we fill constantly every week of trash, and we still have to run across the scales and drop off trash. Trash is part of this business. Most storage units, not the one we're going through now. That's a rare storage unit. Most storage units, you're probably throwing 50 to 60% of stuff away. That's the reality of business. So anything you look at, just plan to throw half of it away. If you're not prepared for that, you're probably in the wrong business, because you're going to spend a lot of time throwing trash out. There's stuff you just have to throw out. You can't donate. It's got to go in the dump. Figure we knock it all out. So this is some of the boat parts. I showed you another room. We have boat parts in there. We got boat parts here. All these boat parts are online. There's probably 3,000 or 4,000 boat parts right here on the shelves alone. And Hayden will show you the back eBay room. Just do a quick in and out of the eBay room. I'm not going to look at all the shelves, but it'll give you a quick idea. So everything back here is stuff online. There's about 400 things on eBay right now, and probably 500 or 600 on Amazon. Most of the stuff on Amazon is books, CDs, stuff like that. But it just gives you a gist of what kind of space you need when you start getting the amount of listings we do. This room is tight. It's tight. There's a lot of stuff back here. Now, you're not going to get this kind of accumulation overnight. It takes time. It took me years to get this number, but you have to beat the pavement on eBay. If you've got to have e-commerce presence. If you don't have e-commerce presence, you're giving away a lot of money. A lot of people buy online. That's just the way we are. That's why retail is going out left and right. E-commerce is taking over. When you can buy something and have it delivered 2 days later, why wouldn't you? Support your local mom and pops, but at the same time, e-commerce, you better jump on board. If you don't jump on board, you're going to drown. I'm telling you right now. We do probably 70% of our business online. So we do eBay a lot, which means we have to have a lot of boxes on stock to be able to ship stuff. We get most of our shipping supplies through eBay as far as boxes go. I can't find a better deal on boxes than eBay. I mean, I can buy, so I'll give you an example. So I can get 100 6x6 shipping boxes, which is a common shipping box. 6x6 is all they are on eBay. Usually between $24 and $29, 100 of them, free shipping. Do the math. That's like less than a quarter a piece on these shipping boxes right there, free shipping. And there's a couple good sellers on eBay. And if you want to know who the sellers are, comment below and we'll do a video and I'll tell you who the suppliers I buy from on eBay. I buy from the same 4 suppliers when it comes to boxes and that kind of stuff. Bubble wrap and packing peanuts we get local because it's just more convenient. That's big bulky stuff which would be killer on shipping this stuff. There's 3 suppliers on eBay and every time I order in my state where I'm at, I get it within the next day, and if I don't get it the next day, I get it the second day. Somebody's like, hey, Uline ship stuff. Uline charges you shipping on this stuff. Uline's about 3 times the price of what you can get the same boxes for on eBay. Sure, sometimes you can't find a size on eBay, you might have to go to Uline, but on your common sizes, eBay can't be beat. I haven't found a better deal. If you know a better deal, let me know. But we've been using eBay for a long time to buy our shipping supplies, and we keep a large stock on hand. You never know what size boxes we're going to ship. Cool little piece here. We bought an NBA player's locker not too long ago. He played for the Washington Bullets and the Washington Wizards. He had lockers in storage for about 10 years. We bought one of them. 3-speed Mercedes stick shift. Lawrencer made it for Mercedes. There was only 5 of these made. This is 5 of 5. It came out of his. I'm not going to say the celebrity's name, privacy reasons. But he was a basketball player, played in the NBA, I think 17 years. Not a Hall of Famer. A good solid basketball career, made a lot of money. For whatever reason, unit went for sale. We bought it. The Lawrence car come out of there. Old boat motor up on the workbench that come out of the marina deal we bought. Hayden will spin around and show you. We got a couple arcade machines in here. Like I said, everything has come out of storage units. Hey, even the Cub Cadet over there, the zero-turn mower, storage units. The tools you see over there, storage units. The toolbox, storage units. The clocks, storage units. Shelves, storage units. You can accumulate a lot of stuff over time. The one on the end come out of the same NBA player's locker. They all work. I got them turned off. They're not for sale. My kids play them. People come into our sales, they play them. You know, it keeps kids occupied when you come in the shop. Parents are shopping, kids are playing games. I love it. Let them play for free. Spend 3 hours playing video games. That means your parents go spend 3 hours spending money on me. Love it. All right, so this is where all the magic happens, as they say. This is our office. It's Friday afternoon late. All the employees have gone home other than the guys that are still around. We have some great employees here. Most of my employees are veterans. I have a former nurse that left nursing to come work for me. She loves her job. It's great. I don't micromanage my people. I trust my people. When I put you in place, I trust that you'll do what you're trained to do. All my employees are great. I have great luck. I have a farm system. So I have veterans that I pull from, and then I have a baseball farm system. And you guys are laughing. I coach baseball. I'm involved with the high school. I'm involved with the middle school teams. I manage a junior league team, which is 13, 14-year-olds. My son's on a travel team. So I have this big farm system of baseball players. Hayden is actually a former baseball player who graduated last year. He's a catcher for Easton. You know, he did his thing. If you're on first base, you're usually going to steal a couple bases against him every game. I'm joking. I give him a hard time about it all the time. But so Hayden left. Hayden left, come over here now. So we got him over here. I've got a whole pool. I've got some kids that work in the summer. They're out of high school for the summer. They'll work in here. I've got my kids. So I have a whole farm system. So use your local networking to get your help. The best help you can get is people you know. Trust me. Don't get the stranger off the seat if you don't have to. If you have a pool of people you can pull from, word of mouth networking, you can do it. Use your local farm system. So I have 2 farm systems. I have the veteran network and I have the local baseball farm system. Love it. All right, so everything's listed. Everything that goes online comes in here at some point in time. It gets listed. You can see there's boat parts everywhere right now because we're trying to get all our boat parts up before spring because that's the busy season. Boat parts are selling like wildfire now. I've probably got a few thousand probably 4,000 or 5,000 parts left to list. I want to get them up by the middle of February, because once we hit spring, I'm going to see my sales increase 3, 4, 5, 600% on boat parts, because we've got the best prices on them. We're undercutting everybody else. We don't care. We bought a good deal. Blow it out. Give it to somebody to make some money. Use the part. Move on to the next thing. Reinvest the cash. Reinvest your cash. Don't get sentimental to anything. If you get sentimental and you get greedy, you're going to be sitting on it, and then you're going to see something pop up, and you're going to be like, man, I wish I had the money to buy it. Or if you just moved it, made your little bit of profit, move on, then you have the capital to buy it. This is a cash flow business. Most of the storage unit sales are cash flow. If you don't have cash, you're probably not buying. That's a little hint. So that's basically the overall view of the warehouse. You know, we got the big rooms, the big warehouse part. We got some side rooms. We got the office. I talk with my hands a lot. See? All over the place. Hayden's over there laughing at me. I talk with my hands. I point a lot. Point, place. That's the overall view of the office. Hope you enjoyed the short view of the office, the warehouse. You got any questions? Hey, ask below. We'll answer it. If we can answer it, we'll answer it. We're not trying to hide information from you. Believe me, I want you to learn. Hey, Richard, you're going to have more competition. I'm not worried about competition. Competition is good for the market. If I had that train of thought, a lot of these storage unit guys call me up to buy units that I'm not able to go to. Maybe they're somewhere and they buy a unit and they said, man, Richard, I just bought this. I like the big units. I like the 10 by 20s, the 10 by 30s, the 40 by 80s, whatever size. Man, if I can go up with 8 tractor trailers and pick up a unit, I'll do it. The small units, not so much, because I'm traveling distance to get these things. I have storage unit guys call me all the time. Richard, hey, I bought this big 10 by 30, got a real good deal on it. You interested? Come look at it, make an offer. I'll go over and buy the unit from them. Throw some extra money in their pocket. They make a little bit of money. Don't have to touch anything. I'll come up. I'll move it. I'll make some money. Networking. I'm not scared of competition. Hey, if you outbid me, you outbid me. That's part of life. There's always another day to buy something. So don't hate on competition. Competition is good for the market. Like I said, any questions, ask us below. We'll be happy to answer. We're not trying to hide information. Are we going to tell you all our little secrets? Probably not. I'll tell you any kind of secrets that's easy to get to. But we're in the business. We want you to be successful. This is new to us. We want you to stay with us. Watch us grow. This is new to us. Maybe you're a YouTuber and you just started doing storage units. You're like, man, I don't know how to do it. Well, I know how to do that part. And maybe I don't know YouTube. Create a network. Maybe I'm asking you, hey, how do you do this? How do you do this for YouTube? And you're like, hey, this is how you do that. And then you're like, hey, how do I do this for storage units? And I'm like, hey, this is how you do it. Network. I can't stress that enough. Network. Grow a network. I have a network of buyers that buy stuff from me. I have a network of experts. It takes time to grow a network, but when you have the network, it makes things a lot easier.
I hope you like our warehouse tour. Like and subscribe.